You're probably familiar with those yellow signs warning you about possible deer crossings, but not far from here in southern Maine, these signs started going up last month. They're part of that state's effort to protect endangered species of turtles, including the Blandings turtle. Here in Massachusetts, Mass Audubon is taking another approach to bolstering the Blandings population. Great Meadows National Wildlife Refuge is a massive expanse of freshwater wetlands stretching along the Concord and Sudbury rivers. It's home to thousands of painted turtles and snapping turtles, but you'd have a really hard time spotting a Blandings turtle.
There's actually not that many of them. We estimate there's probably only about 50 adults left here at Great Meadows, and across all of Massachusetts, maybe only about 1,000.
Emily Schuler of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is working with 8th graders from Qualters Middle School in Mansfield. They've been incubating 2 Blandings turtles for the past 9 months. Today, they're meeting a wild teenage turtle for the first time.
We're actually going to be putting a radio on her today so we can track her over the next few years, so that we can be ready when she does become an adult and start laying her own eggs, because we want to know where all the females are laying their eggs so we can protect those nests.
The students practice using the radio signal to track down another Blandings turtle before releasing their own. Now it'll be a matter of preserving their habitat and keeping them away from the roads. Here to discuss the Blandings turtle's chances of survival is Tia Pinney. She's a naturalist with the Mass Audubon Society. Welcome to Greater Boston.
Thank you, Emily.
So tell us why these turtles are more endangered or fewer than some of the other species.
Well, there are 2 basic reasons. One is they're the reproductive age of maturity. They don't become a mature reproductive turtle until far past, say, a painted turtle can be reproductively significant at 7 years. A Blandings turtle is probably more like 15.
Oh, why? And how long do they live?
Oh, they can live a very long time. You know, I mean, if they're healthy and in a good habitat, they can easily live 50, 60 years.
So, what are their natural predators?
Natural predators of turtles? Yeah. In general, adult turtles don't have a lot of natural predators. Young turtles, hatchlings, that's where the problem is that it's very hard for a turtle to get to be a year or 2 or 3 years old, because in general they get taken before that. So they have lots of predators when they're young. So raccoons, coyotes, anything.
Okay, so when you track these turtles with a radio signal, you'll go in there and like cordon off the area? You'll make sure that predators can't get them?
No, they're out in those. The Blandings turtles are being released into the wildlife refuge. They're just on their own once they're out there. Yep. The tracking is just to keep track of them and to follow them. And the ones that are tracked are the females, because at this point, what the program that's being utilized now is that the eggs will be collected. And then they'll be raised inside.
Oh, I see. So you're going to go get them and
bring the eggs in.
Good idea.
Raise the turtles up for a year indoors, so that in the spring, right now, these kids are releasing turtles that are, the size of a 4 or 5 year old turtle.
Tell me about some of the other turtles, the painted, the snapping. Those are common. You see those everywhere.
You do. Snapping turtles are questionable at this point in some cases, but in general, painted and snapping turtles their habitat requirements are much simpler. They don't have the habitat requirements that a Blandings turtle has, where they need good sized upland as well as the wetland. I mean, a turtle that can survive in a swamp are the ones we tend to leave alone, because we don't care much about swamps.
But like a snapping turtle, they'll go anywhere.
That is true.
A lake or a pond.
There you
or
go.
A swamp.
Yep. You'd be hard-pressed to find a pond in Massachusetts that didn't have a snapper or 2.
Yeah, it seems like you just don't see turtles that often, though. It's always very exciting when you see one.
It is exciting to see a turtle. There's something compelling about turtles.
I know.
They're so
There's
old. Yeah, they're dinosaurs, right?
They're very cool, and the way they swim and the whole thing.
And they sit out there in the sun, and people like them. They're non-threatening.
Yeah.
They're fun to see.
Yeah, they're very cool.
I mean, we're using students that are raising these up, so it's a great citizen science project. It involves people.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Thanks for calling us.
No problem.
Tia Pinney, thanks. Yeah.